A Football Frenzy, sponsored by Foundation Solutions.
Welcome into week 5 of Friday Football Frenzy, but weather almost became the story of the night. Several games delayed by lightning, most getting underway and completed, including our game of the week. Pisgah coming off a win to open the conference season, traveling to North Henderson. The Knights seeking their first Mountain 8 win. North Henderson much better than that 2-2 record would indicate, and they get the ball first and don't take too long. Parker Willis proves why he's one of the best running backs around, breaking tackles, avoiding others, taking it all the way for the TD. He had more than 260 yards rushing tonight, and North has a 7-0 lead early. Later in the first, Pisgah is going to get themselves on the board. Mason Putnam takes the handoff, barreling through to tie it up at 7s, and that would be the score at halftime. Congratulations to Luna Trejo for being named homecoming queen for North Henderson. Third quarter action, Pisgah's Matthew Mahaffey rolls out, scrambles, and is eventually going to find his buddy Putnam for the touchdown. The Bears up 13-7 after a missed PAT. Later in the third, Willis again showing his strength with this powerful TD run, some good blocking along the way. And that is going to give the Knights a 14-13 lead because they hit the PAT. In the fourth, the Bears are going to take it back, though. Putnam with the big run to cap off a long scoring drive. Pisgah leads 21-14 after the 2-point try, and they would hold on to eventually win 28-20.
Really win the game at the line of scrimmage, and that's what it boiled down to. It was about those 5 big uglies up front, the tight end, the wing, and then those 2 backs that just carried it relentlessly and just kept coming at them and moved the sticks.
Staying in Henderson County, East has Smoky Mountain at EL Justice. First Mustangs drive just inside midfield. Riley Smith gets the call and he slices through the first level and he's off to the races. Credit Dominic Smith with some good hustle and a touchdown saving tackle for East, but it only delays the inevitable as Smith takes it in on the toss play 2 plays later. 8-0 Smoky Mountain. After recovering a fumble on the ensuing kickoff, the Stangs at it again. Jackson Cooper flips it out to Damon Young, and he is going to carry it deep inside the red area. Smoky would score a couple plays later to take a 16-0 lead. Nearing the end of the first quarter, Cooper fakes the handoff. He's going to shake a would-be tackler in the backfield. Might need a new jersey. Scoots the distance to make it 24-0. Mustangs cruise 54-6 your final. Big one in Waynesville, West Henderson at Tuscola. Early going, West is going to go to the air, as Falcons are known to do. Cade Young hits Cooper low rants, but the ball going to be stripped. Tuscola's Brandon Jordan recovers. Mountaineers do not turn that into points, though. Later on in the opening period, West is going to hop on the Zane train. Zane McCraw rumbles through for a 6-yard touchdown and a 7-0 West Henderson lead. But here come the Mountaineers. Jet Bartley is going to find Isaiah Hyatt, and check out the toe tap that he puts down for the 25-yard pickup. And then in the second quarter, Bartley is going to hook up with another wide receiver. John Hansen would be his name. It's going to end up being a 13-yard pitch and catch, which is going to tie us up at 7s. But that was it for Tuscola, and not so much for West. Falcons win 21-7. Wrapping up our tour of Hendersonville, the namesake Bearcats hosting Mitchell. Second quarter tied at 7. Gianni Jacobs crashes in to put Hendersonville up 14-7. Fast forward to the early third quarter, it's now 21-7, but back at the doorstep, the Bearcats going to give it to Jordan Buford this time, and he just breaks the plane to extend the lead to 28-7. Little uncertainty in the game at this point, nor on the sidelines. The Hoco proposal, emphatic yes! Congrats to those two. All right, moving on. Both were busy, both the band and the cheerleaders tonight. Check out Jerron Ward calling his own number and rumbling about 20 yards for the touchdown. Bearcats cruise 34-7, your final score. Some other scores from around the area. Cherokee takes care of Rosman on their homecoming 40-6. Robbinsville takes down Hayesville 29-10, and Swain County routs Andrews 55-zip. Titans of McDowell hosting the Inca Jets. Let's pick it up early in the first. Inca's handoff is going to be, unfortunately, fumbled, and it's going to be scooped up by Malachi Huffman for McDowell. The Titans facing 4th and 1 from the 5, and they are going to convert, and on the next play, they would put it in for 6. Hunter Pittman gets the handoff, puts the first score on the board. It was the first of many for McDowell as they take this game 33-7, the final there. Stick around. We've got more Friday football. Welcome back into Friday Football Frenzy. These games we cover every Friday night are just, in fact, games. But football and sports in general mean so much more to those who play and coach them. That's proof positive in one Franklin Panther who found support in both his team and his faith. A team is a singular entity, one goal, one mindset, one definition. The Franklin Panthers,
Come on.
are described pretty easily.
Zero help up here.
So scared they're sending cameras here to film.
You gotta go 100% every game. You gotta give it your all. You gotta be tough-nosed.
But within that one identity is several unique players. Go! Each one with unique experiences.
Everybody sees them as football players, and everybody sees that tough guy, that persona that comes with being a football player. But a lot of times they don't see the kid, and it literally is a kid behind that face mask and under that helmet and shoulder pads and with real feelings.
Payton King made a nice move at the zone to get in for 6.
Payton King is one of those players you'll know by name.
A very hard-working player. In the weight room, on the field, extremely hard-working.
But also going through something few know.
And he's willing to put himself out there in front of people. Man, it says a lot about his courage, his guts, his character.
When you were approached about talking about this, why did you say yes?
Because I figured that some people that have Tourette's would need it to have motivation and just be able to get through it.
King has Tourette's syndrome, a diagnosis he's dealt with his whole life.
When I was little, I had this thing where I'd kick the ground like 4 or 5 times, just like randomly when I'm walking. It just made me feel like embarrassed when it happened because there's people around and yeah.
And that kept him from revealing his true self entering high school.
Extremely quiet. And that was my whole thing with Payton is I wanted to make it a goal that he was going to talk, interactions throughout, random stuff.
It was not always easy, but my parents have taught me to treat it as a gift instead of a disability.
2 focuses helped him navigate his Tourette's, and they both start with F, football and faith.
Well, I realized that God doesn't make mistakes, and He created all of us with special, unique things.
I'm a big believer that sports help in many ways, and I think it's helped him. He's been put in positions where he's had to communicate with his teammates, make calls, make checks, communicate with the coaching staff, etc. And I just think that's helped him grow.
Well, I think that's sports in general. You can only control what you can control, and the other things you just let them be.
Things King can't control. He's a senior and could be coming up on the last time he puts on a helmet.
It means a lot because I don't get another chance, unless I go to college, obviously. But I just got to go all out and go 100%.
Things he can control. Teaching the world and his team a lesson much more important than X's and O's.
Just be you, and don't worry about what the outside world thinks.
Well, the Friday night rivals game tonight, 2-2 Owen visiting 2-2 Polk County. The Wolverines are going to strike first. Set up at the 43, Lorenzo Sanchez shows why he's considered one of the top runners in Western North Carolina, breaking off the long touchdown run for a quick 7-0 lead. 3 minutes to go in that opening period. Owen is going to equalize when big Steven Anderson plows through from the 1-yard line. Moving on to early second quarter, the Warhorses at the Polk 9. Emmett Minks fakes the toss, rolls right. The defender commits to him, and he lobs it over the top to Anderson for the 14-7 lead. Same score late in the third now. Polk is at the 35. The mighty righty Brody Wilkins steps up in the pocket, airs it out for Sanchez in the end zone to tie it up. Now, 1:45 to go in the game. The Warhorses trot out Hayden Burpo for a 40-yard field goal. He drills it. It proves to be the game winner. Owen is now 3-2 with a 17-14 win.
We didn't play great. I didn't coach great. You know, there's 72 things I wish I could take back tonight, but at the end of the day, like these kids, man,
It's all right, Coach.
I love this valley. I love this valley. You understand? Pony up. I'm so happy for them.
Some other scores from around the area. Reynolds, no such luck on the road at Freedom as the Patriots take a 70-20 win. Robertson, though, goes on the road to South Caldwell and comes back with a 40-6 victory. Watauga and Irwin tried to play tonight. They just couldn't get it in, lightning too much, so they are going to make that one up. Other scores, East Rutherford takes care of High Brighton, 43-34. Chase, a big winner on the road, 59-22 over West Caldwell. And Thomas Jefferson, also on the visiting sideline. They are 20-6 winners over Albemarle. RS Central hosting Draughn. It's homecoming for the Toppers, and good news for the home crowd. They are up 35-0 in the halfway point, and they're not finished. They recover the Draughn fumble and are going to turn that into points. Ryland Holly finds Jacob Hudgens for the score. It's going to be 42 after they knock through the PAT. Early moments of the fourth, Draughn is going to get themselves on the board. A handoff to Henry Cooper for 6 to prevent the shutout, but RS Central would answer with another score. Avery Smith gets the call and he takes it in for a 48-16 lead. Hilltoppers, and that would be your final score tonight. So, conference play starting for a lot of teams. You saw the MAC teams are still in the non-conference, obviously with the realignment of the NCHSAA. They lost a team, McDowell, now in the Northwestern 6A, 7A. So the MAC teams have an extra room for a non-conference game. A lot of them playing Watauga, as Irwin tried to do tonight. The Pioneers and Warriors will try to make that up tomorrow night. Another game that was also postponed due to lightning, Avery County and Madison. That one also tentatively set for tomorrow. And of course, we will keep you updated online with those scores as well, even though they are not part of Friday. They're still part of Week 5, right? We hope you'll join us next week, same time, same channel, for Week 6 of Friday Football Frenzy. Until then, make sure to join us tomorrow for Saturday Sports Night immediately following the Florida-Miami game as we catch you up on all the college football action of the day. Have a good night.